Yo, what is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening? And something is definitely not right.
Oh, that don't sound good.
There we go. All right, Transformers Third Party Kingdom, Marauders, everybody that's squatting. How y'all doing? How y'all doing this wonderful evening? Bigum Primes is in here. What's going on, my brother?
What's
I
up,
am
big?
Christopher C. Horton, and hey, we on our next episode of Let's Talk About It. And of course, we already know, let's talk about it, always goes where? Beyond the transformation. Once you get these dudes in hand, what's outside of the transformation? So, my brothers that's with me today, Ant-Man, Manu, Big Gil, how y'all gentlemen doing this evening?
Good, man. Happy to be here.
Doing okay, good brother. Doing all right.
Doing well, and yourself?
Man, it's Friday. I had it wasn't a bad week, but it wasn't the greatest week either.
Right,
But it's over now.
right.
I'm at the best part of waking up, man. I'm at the house. At the best part of waking out. So shoot. Yeah. Yeah, we got some interesting topics we're gonna talk about this evening. And I really, really want to get you guys' feedback on it. I know Jonathan say he's still a little working. He may or may not be able to make it in here, but I definitely want to get you guys on the panel. I want to get you guys out there in chat world. Want to get you guys' opinion on this. We got some serious stuff that we gonna talk about. And of course, we don't get in our feelings about it. We talk about it. And if it's something that you strongly feel, either for or against, be prepared to stand on business. What is stand on business? Stand on business is when you come into the chat with us, or should I say on the live panel with us, and you give us your spiel as to why you feel the way you feel. We talk about it. That's what we gonna do. We gonna talk about it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's dive into it. So one of the first topics we're gonna talk about is smart moves. Smart moves. And where we going with smart moves is this. Masterpiece Ultra, or better yet, MPU. MPU. We know MPU just gave us some cone head seekers, and now I think they're doing was it Acid Storm and Sunstorm. So the first question is, are doing the seekers a smart move? That's the first question. And then, well, let's just go ahead and get you guys' opinion on that. As far as MPU on the seekers, was that a smart move for MPU? And talk about it, man.
I think it's a brilliant move because we know Takar's probably not going in on those again, especially with the or with the MPG line that they switched to, because they're pretty much done with the MP line. So if we get anything else, it looks like it's going to be in that new smaller scale that they're doing with MPG, which turns a lot of us off. Like I would love for MPU to come back and do that Starscream in white as opposed to the gray. Maybe do a pearlescent white for Starscream, because depending on the episode, he looked white in some episodes, he looked gray in other episodes, but they went ahead and gave us the gray version. So I feel like this is a strong move for MPU because a lot of people who love the Seekers and the Coneheads, they want to collect them all like Pokemon. So if Make Toys can do it and make their version, that's still, I'm gonna say it's still an inferior product for today's time. Like now, when they first dropped, those Make Toys Seekers were all right, and they were the new standard. But when Takara came out with this, with these Seeker 2.0s, essentially, it kind of invalidated everything Make Toys did with that previous line. So I feel like somebody needs to step up and make what Takara's not going to make.
Gil, what you think? Was making the seekers a smart move for MPU?
Um, I'm not gonna say all of them. I would say it's a smart move to make the Rainmakers, cause I wouldn't mind the Rainmakers, cause like I say, MPU already made. No, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. There was already KOs of the main seekers, Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skyward, right? So I
Right.
just don't see another need for MPU to remake those figures because they're the exact same figures. So I'm cool with just the KO version of those. Now, do I agree with MPU making the Rainmakers? Yeah, I'm in on that because ain't no other. I don't see any other KO companies going producing the Rainmakers. I don't see that. I'm in on the Rainmakers though, but not the main three. Rainmakers and the Coneheads.
Can I
I'm
jump
good
in?
with those. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, especially if they fix the transformation, because on those DS seekers, like that transformation was a bear. So if
Oh,
MPU
hard.
comes in and cleans up the transformation on some of these seekers and makes it a
Mm.
little bit easier or a little bit nicer, like that would be fantastic in my opinion.
Mono, what you think?
I agree with both of those gentlemen. I think that they shouldn't probably remake the three main seekers. I think they did an excellent job on the cone heads. I'm just looking at it from I think a different standpoint because it looks like what Takara did is they open a market and then they need a wide swath to be filled because they don't go back to it.
Yep.
And I've often said because the way it's more marketed towards the Japanese than it is the American audience. So I think that MPU making the Seekers would be an excellent move. I think the Make or Make toys, however you pronounce it, they are the older mode. I think that's the first mode, the Seekers, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's
Mhm.
I would say this like it's the mode past the MP11 right after that mode.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
The
It's after that
Hansui
mode.
era from the Masterpiece, so they look more realistic. Yeah, I think that they could do alternate colors that weren't official, and I think that it'd be a good idea for them to make them. I think they could really step in the field. But would they go beyond Seekers?
Well, here's my next question as far as when it goes to smart move, because I'm glad each one of y'all said what y'all said as far as what y'all thought would be a smart move. So I'm gonna go a little bit beyond and just kind of follow my logic here a little bit. So they gave us the three cone heads, and now they're giving us the rainmakers, right?
Hmm.
The
Right.
rainmakers are nothing but the main three seekers with different paint colors on them. So here's going to be a two-part question. What's to stop them from doing Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywalker? That's the first question. And then, would it be a smart move for MPU to make better quality KOs and update all of Takara Tommy's line? Would that be a smart move?
Yes, because honestly the cone heads it's got good quality. Those seekers have good quality already. So yeah, I can see the improvement on those already. You know what I'm saying? But as far as your first question, I still don't think it's a smart move for them to remake the main three seekers because think about it, you got Takara and you already got the KO company that made them already. And then on top of that, you got Deformation Space. So really, the market is already flooded with enough seekers already, as far as the main three.
So would you say it'd be just more prevalent for them to just put those three seekers on the back burner and make them at a later time?
Not even at a later time, just put them on, just kill them all together. Just
So I'm
make the
like,
cone
okay.
heads, just make the cone heads, make the rainmakers. I'm good with that.
I think if
Or
they make
no,
a
go
white,
ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say give us a white Starscream, right? Like if Hasbro has no intent of giving us a white Starscream as opposed to the gray one, like that would be the only seeker of the original three that I would say go ahead and remake.
Okay, go ahead, finish your point, Gil.
Um, I forgot what I was gonna say, man. Go ahead, man. No, I gotta go ahead. I gotta
Oh,
get
I
my
mean, unless they're gonna charge like $60 for them. I mean, because you're seeing the official ones now, you can get what's 500 for Starscream, something like
right.
that.
Yeah,
Right.
So
Okay.
I can see if they really undercut the price, making them. But outside of that, there's so many seekers, and then mainline is going to make their seekers and that mainline scale. So I think you might be about right, Gil, and I think I agree with Ant too with the colors
Right.
to make them
Eric
pearlescent
Vogel,
or just like white.
I was just gonna say Eric Vogel said, why not let them do shattered glass?
Shattered glass.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That'll
Now,
work too.
now let me ask you guys this question, because I see right now, like I kind of agree with the main three seekers, because you got so many KOs, but you're gonna have some of those people that are very very particular, and they're gonna say, well, if I'm gonna do MPU, I gotta have the main three too. So I can almost see them putting that on the back burner, or if they're gonna do the acid bringers or the rainmakers, they might as well just go ahead and do the main three too. But I would prefer them put them on the back burner for a later date. But if they do go all out on everything that Takara has, who should be next in line? I'm gonna tell you a couple of figures that I got that I think should be next in line. And the question is to be or not to be, and that's for MPU to either go full on KO for everything Takara. They already gave us these guys, the Seekers, well, the cone heads. Now they're bringing these guys.
Rainmakers.
Who should be next? The Rainmakers. Y'all ready for this one?
Mhm.
Y'all, you agree or disagree? Or tell me who you think if you don't agree with this one. Who should be next? I think Wheeljack.
If they change his aesthetics, yeah, of course.
I think they will change his aesthetics.
You mean for the tune aesthetics?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Make them more, yeah, the tune aesthetics, right. If they make them more tuned, don't get me wrong, the MP Plus looks okay as far as the colors and all that, but it's still not quite screen accurate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not there. It's almost, but it's not there.
Right.
So I can see them. I would accept that. I would accept the MPU Wheeljack. That'd be dope.
Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Who you got, Ed?
I think not a specific robot per se, but I would say it just come like if they're gonna redo all the Takara stuff. We talked about this last week. Do the MP Plus because for whatever reason, right? All we've seen a million KO reissues of all of these Takara ones, but no one's done a KO the MP Plus stuff. So if you change the colorway a little bit, like Gib was saying, or adjust the face sculpt, do whatever of the MP Plus stuff to make it a little bit more tune accurate, or even just a straight re-release. Because if you look at all the MP Plus, Prowl and all the Prowl and like all his mold mates, all of them go for $200-300 a pop.
Mhm.
When you look at like that smoke screen, you can't find him anywhere.
Mm-mm.
We was on the last Thursday. Matter of fact, when we was planning for the show last Friday, we were looking up that Soundwave Shockwave, and he was going for $300-400 for the MP Plus and Shockwave. So to me, that's where they need to go next. Is go ahead and tap into that MP Plus line, because there's a lot of people that want the more tune accurate stuff, but it's been unavailable for so long that I think that's where they really be able to tap in and make a lot of money off this.
Okay. Here's another guy that I think that they should do. Give us a Cliff Jumper and Bumblebee combo pack.
I don't know about that one.
I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Granted, and this is where I'm going with: is it a smart move for them to do this? Fans towards Cliff Jumper, we don't know if they're going to reissue him. He's going for almost $275.
Okay.
MP45 Bumblebee is trash. He looks good, but he's trash. MPU cleans up Bumblebee, cleans up his transformation, gives us a side swipe that's affordable, give us both of them in a combo pack. Would that be a smart move or no?
Do we really need another Cliff Jumper though? Considering we got what? Who were that? X-Transbots, MMC.
G1 accurate though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying we already talked about this a lot about flooding the market with the same characters now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but maybe the Bumblebee, maybe. We'll take that Bumblebee though, because we can't use the update on him or update. We'll take him, but I don't know about Cliff Jumper though.
I think that
Go ahead,
if you
Manu.
had
Go ahead.
an official, unofficial cliff jumper, that people would jump on it. Because, if you looked on Show Z a couple of months ago, they talked about Takara having a cliff jumper, even though it was 440.
Yeah.
And a lot of collectors are waiting for a Takara cliff jumper.
That thing ain't coming out.
No?
I don't think it will. Man. That thing been on pre-order for about 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
What you
leaked,
think about it, Ant?
they leaked that cliff jumper a long time ago, and it
Yeah.
still hasn't hit. Like, we know the mold's complete because we've seen it in color
Right.
from the people who leaked it, but the feedback from it was like they haven't released it because of the feedback. The feedback on it was nobody wants it because it was the same thing as that Bumblebee with the ugly
Yep.
feet, the windows showing,
Same thing.
the holes in the side with the kibble,
Mm-hmm.
and all that stuff. So I think that, like, I don't know that anyone's going to replace their fans toys with an MPU.
Right.
Now, if it was an official release, there's a bunch of people who want an official. So I think that if Fans Toys does not do a reissue, you may be able to do it because, yes, we've got like 7 cliff jumpers, like Eric Vogel said, but a lot of people, I think, go with the X Transbots Toro for their cliff jumper because of all the accessories and stuff that he comes with. But you see that he hasn't made his way onto the market. And the reason why he hasn't made his way onto the market is people are holding on to him because they can't find the Fans Toys one. So is there a need for a cliff jumper? Yeah, I think there's a greater need for Bumblebee, but the rumor is that Fans Toys is going to announce a Bumblebee at some point in the future, at least in the maybe in the next year or so, to kind of round out their season 1 bots. So we will see what happens with that. But if Fans Toys announces a Bumblebee, then you can go ahead and put them. You can put whether you put these in a 2-pack or not, like it's a wrap because you know how people are with the Fans Toys stuff.
Well,
Let me
and
say
here's my logic behind it. I believe if with the quality that MPU is giving us on these guys, and I totally agree with the flooding of the market of characters. But for
Yes.
those who don't want to pay $160 for a Bumblebee and then turn around, if they do reissue Cliff Jumper and then turn around and pay another $180, and say they give us a combo pack of Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper, both of them are G1 accurate, great material, great transformation, and you got a 2-pack combo for $80.
Like I say, I will buy the Bumblebee. I'm
You'll buy the
satisfied.
Bumblebee?
I'll buy the Bumblebee because I'm satisfied with the cliff jump already. And again, like my man Eric Vogel said, we got like 7 cliff jumps. See what I'm saying? So we already getting flooded with 2 of the same characters, man, that we can't get to the end of finishing up the G1 line because we keep throwing the same characters over. You got every company stepping on each other trying to get the same character out.
We got 6 Devastators dropping right now.
We got like 10 Devastators. We got 10 Devastators, darn 4 Minosaurs. So we got too many of the same characters. So with this set, I would say a Bumblebee fine, but a Cliff Jumper, I would say no on that
Okay.
because
okay.
I don't see nobody really beating Fans Toys at this point.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's do another one. Proud. And we know DX9 coming out with a Proud, and then you got Dreamstar that's doing the Proud later.
No, I take that Proud right there. I'm gonna tell you. Only thing about let me let somebody else go first. I'm gonna say my thoughts. I'm gonna let somebody else go first.
Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
Talk about it. Come on, Ed.
Hey,
You got it.
Go ahead. Somebody. Hey, I'm gonna let y'all go. I don't want to hog the spotlight.
All right. Okay. Come on, Manu. Tell me about it, Manu. What you think?
So we talking about a re-release of the MP, was it MP 14, 12, 13, whichever one it is plus for Proud?
Whichever. I just call it whatever.
Yeah, I mean, people will buy it because, I mean, if you go try to find an official one,
Yeah.
was it $300 for Proud?
Yeah.
And the most important thing about those guys is that you have the accurate Dotson that they turn into. I don't think any other company is going to make an accurate Dotson, and that's what people really like about that particular bot. The realistic alt mode and the cartoon bot mode. I think that if they release a Proud, what, $70 for them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah.
and let me add this too. And this is just hypothetics, just because I want to sweeten the pot. I forgot to add this to it. The reissue that MPU is doing, like I said, I mentioned before, they're going to clean up the transformation. So when you turn this Joker around and you look at the back of his legs, you ain't gonna have no open cavity there. He's gonna
Right.
be more or less kind of like the DX9 upgrade of Sideswipe
Right.
with the
Right. Right.
exception of the monkey paws he got. We talking about clean. We talking about a clean transformation. He cleans up well in bot mode and alt mode, and the material is banging. And it looks like since the first Conehead Seeker that they made, it looks like the quality is just only getting better with MPU. So
Oh yeah.
keep that in mind too when we're talking about them redoing all these figures. It's gonna look just like the G1 character, but way better.
Well, yeah, for me, the MPU isn't the same transformation process as the Takara Seekers. Like they went ahead and changed everything up on that. So
Mhm.
'cause I have the Takara Seekers, so it looked like they just took kind of the aesthetic from from the Seekers and applied that to the Conehead. So I feel like if they gonna come with it, like they probably gonna be a little bit different. I'm willing to bypass an MPU version of Proud. I say that I'll probably still get it because the thing about the MPU, the price is right too on all these Coneheads.
That's true.
All of them.
Yep.
If you get them from Show Z or even domestically for about $100 on the nose, and like that's the player price right there. Like if you go for the player price, then yeah, I'm gonna be in on that Proud because I'm sure he's gonna go for less than a Seeker or a Conehead. But
Mm-hmm.
DX9 is so close to having their Prowl out that I want to see what their Prowl looks like before I commit to an MPU. But at the same time, if they tell me that this Prowl is going to cost the same thing as that MP10 in the MP44 colors, then I can't say no to it because again, it's at the right price.
All right, Manu, talk about it.
I agree with him on that. I mean, I wouldn't even think about how much the Seekers were. They're like 85 to $90, right?
That's what I'm saying.
And Proud, that means drop him down to $20.
Yeah,
80 for $60.
About $60,
That's a hard deal to pass up.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Let's
All
talk
right,
about
come on, Gil, what you got?
Now I would take like if MPU was making that Proud, I'm with it. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I got the MP Plus and I also got the DX9 on pre-order. But you already know my issue with DX9, right?
No.
No.
Y'all know my issue with it, right? Okay, I'm gonna say it
I
like
don't
this.
think they know like I know. Go ahead, Gil.
No, I don't know. We don't know. Go ahead.
Okay, this is my issue. Since y'all probably don't know. Now with the side swipe, right? Now Chris know I always complain about them hands, them snow tires on the side swipe, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about, the snow tires and the blue headlamps, right?
Right.
So I'm looking at this Proud coming out, it got the same hands. Now if they can update those hands and those tires, then yeah, I'm gonna still get it. But what I'm saying is I think they can make improvements on that mode though.
Gotcha.
I don't
Yeah.
disagree with you. Yeah, you're right. Them hands is was it Manu you was giving me grief? You was giving that DS9 this prior grief on the man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He got them Metroplex hands, man.
yeah.
No. All right. Here's another one I think they should put out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they got to do all three of them. If they
Yeah,
do
yeah.
one Dotson, they got to
If
do all
you
three.
commit to one, you got to do them all.
You gotta do them all.
Okay. All of them.
Smoke Screen and Blue Streak, those MP pluses are hard to find.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if something happened and I need to miss a house payment, I can put them. I can just put these pluses out there and make it check. We lost Gil for us.
Yeah, you back.
It don't say you on stage though.
All right.
Get
let me get
Benedict.
him. There you go. He back in there. Okay. All right. So we already so we all in agreement that Smart Move at a price of about what $60-$65, maybe $70 on the high side in the United States
Mm-hmm.
will be a smart move for MPU to do all the Dotson boys. Okay. What about this guy?
I feel like they need to go ahead and come on with it. Uh, Again, I'm still happy with my Sunstreaker.
Yeah, about to say I
But
still am a Takara.
yeah, like, but the backpack on the Takara, like, if they can find a way to do that, if they could do the with the Takara legs with the Bad Cube upper body, because the upper body on the Bad Cube was so clean.
Right.
Like, if you could find a way to combine the two and make it into one and give us just a clean one. But we already know that Fans Toys has him coming. But again, with Fans Toys, they announcing stuff, but we don't know whether he's going to drop next year or whether he's going to drop 3 years from now.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of my issue with Takara or with FT is they announce the stuff, but we never know if it's coming soon, or whether it's we just announced it to get a standing ovation at TFCon.
All
Hey,
right, yeah, what you think? Another Sunstreaker, or just set them on the back burner for a little bit?
we can, like I say, I guess we can use another Sunstreaker. Like, I don't really have a problem with what is the MP what? What is the MP what? 30 what? 9?
39, 39, I think 39.
Yeah, he all right, man. Cause only thing about it, I did have a bad cube. What I didn't like about the bad cube, them duck feet.
That's why I said it
I
was
didn't like that either.
Yeah, I didn't like them wide feet, but at the time it was like I'm looking at okay, it was a pretty good transformation at the time until you start looking at like man, they joker feet look like duck feet. But when MP39 came out, it fixed that issue, but it still had its issues of its own with all the panels, I guess. But I could see them making a Sunstreaker though. I'm down with that.
Okay. And Mono, you say you still good with the car.
Yeah, but hey, anytime you make them some of my favorite characters, like Sunstreaker, if you can improve them, definitely improve them. Because the car, I like it. Well, I love it. But
Yeah, I
he's got
do
that
too.
little tail flap in the back, when he has
Right.
that, and his backpack could be a lot cleaner. I agree with that.
Yeah, but from the front he looked good though.
Yeah.
I agree. Okay. Would it be a smart move to make this dude?
Yes.
Yeah.
No-brainer. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Look, all they need to do is sit here and, I'm not gonna say upscale, but re-engineer the SS86 one, because that looks most like the character. They got the alt mode right. That's not the problem. It's the bot mode of both the Fan Toys and the Takara that's a problem. And I don't even want to talk about Rodimus.
I know, right?
I
I like the DX9 Rodimus though. He pretty dope.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And when we talk about engineering on a bot, I think that was pretty dope engineering too, to make them an all-in-one. His Winnebago actually folds inside of them too. So I think that's pretty very darn good on their part to do that too. Now I would love to see them actually give him a new update, because he looks more like the IDW, but he can fill in the G1 spot too. But I want to see them give us a G1 just like the IDW version that they made, but clean them up a little bit more on that backpack. Being that I know, how old is that DX now? He's about what, 4 years old now?
Oh, he's old.
He's older than that. He should be like maybe 5 or 6 years old.
5 or 6 years old. So you figure 5 or 6 years ago, give us a better version of him, but in the G1.
I don't even want to talk about the car version.
Oh, man, I got him, but ooh-wee.
He stays in the box.
Yeah, I got him. He in display right now.
He's staying car mode for me. Like, I got I have the 28 and the 40. I got the 40 for the Target Master because my son loves the Target Master. You right, like it's time like that somebody comes back in on Hot Rod and Rodimus, because we only have the 2 Rodimus, right? DX9, and then we have the official. And the official, I mean, it's older than we are, and like, and I mean, like you guys said with this one, with the Hot Rod, F Toys or Fans Toys swung and missed, and the Takara, it wasn't it to begin with, but it was all we had at first.
Right. It looks good in alt mode.
Yeah.
Okay. Do another one. What y'all think about MPU redoing a punch counter punch?
See,
Or
Uh,
would
get
they do that?
X-Trans
See,
by Nelly?
nah, they don't. That's a wasted character to me. I'm good with the X Trans bots for now.
God, brutal.
I'm sorry because it's like punch counter punch is a obscure character, really, man. He's not somebody that's popular that need to be redone right now. He's not really that popular. Everybody don't know him like that. So I would say, me, in my opinion, I would say no, not on that.
Okay, Manu, what you think?
See, the thing is, if we're talking about them doing KOs and they're taking Takars, they don't have anything to pull from for Takara.
Again, that those seekers were an original mold.
He right
Right.
about that. They
Oh,
can't.
cool.
If Car didn't make that, they can't pull nothing from him. He right about that. I ain't even
Or,
think that way.
I mean, those cone heads were an original. Like they made those. That was an original
But
design.
it,
Like,
it wasn't the original, but they just modified the mode. It's still
Right.
a MP. It's still an MP52 mode. They just modified it.
Yeah, but I mean, they made the transformation simpler too. Like at least for me, like transforming these cone heads versus the MP52s.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm just ham fisted though.
No, I mean you got a point. I mean, I'm pretty sure they reverse engineered it and made it to how they want it to be, and there's nothing to stop them with this. But when you think about it, about him actually making this character, like Gibbs said, he is obscure because I didn't realize a lot of people stopped watching the cartoon after the movie. Like one of my homeboys I known
Guys,
for forever, he was like, well, "Who's this character?" I'm like, "Well, you didn't watch it after the movie?" He's like, "Nope."
Yeah, a lot of people just
Cold-blooded.
season 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? In the
Yeah.
movie, that's it.
I mean, his idea and concept is good, but of course, they didn't really put much of the media behind him to make him a better character.
Right. They didn't really introduce him that much, really.
I think the only time you really seen this dude shine is when they did the commercial advertising the toy of him back in the 80s. That's the most you've seen
Mhm.
of Punch Counter Punch. And I don't know if that was their introduction to try to bring him in the light and to show him as a character. And it's kind of weird to me too because you got that other guy that's a little hatchback that I think he was on one series or maybe two series for about 45 seconds each.
Are you
And I
talking
also-
about Skids?
Skids, yeah, I didn't see the purpose of making him, but they made him.
Right. He only showed up like 2 seconds. That's it.
He got crushed. Yeah.
That's it. He was sitting on crab bench. Yeah, he got crushed. That's right. That's the
Skids
one.
didn't get crushed. You thinking about what's it?
Skids did get crushed. He got sandwiched by Blitzwing, you remember?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Blitzwing. I
Yeah.
thought you was thinking Trypticon.
He
Oh,
got
no.
All right, would y'all take another ham?
Yep. In a heartbeat.
Right away.
Yeah, right away.
Right away.
I do like Willis though. I like Willis.
Willis is dope.
Yeah, Willis. I like Willis. He's a good hound.
But you
Yeah.
can't find. I mean, like he pop up every now and then, like
Right.
on eBay. But you really like he's still not readily available.
Oh no, not at all.
Oh, no, not without the cost of your 2 eyes and half your spleen.
Yeah,
Oh really?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
He was on
Dude, like-
eBay the other. I guess my algorithm treated me right. He was on eBay the other day for like 160, 170.
That's a good deal.
That's a good
that was
deal.
the actual
Yeah.
going price for him and wasn't a bid.
Yeah, it was about it now.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, cause see,
Yeah, that's a good
I
deal.
just well, I actually got one from Jason Sled that he actually gave me a cool price on them, and then I had 3 of them that I had to bid on, and you know what they bid it for?
300 plus.
It'd be about 300, and
Jeez.
then prior to getting them, there was one I was looking at, and they was asking $275 for them. And I said, I'm not even going. He ain't worth $275 for me.
Nope.
Oh man,
I can't
Not even through the
do it.
lens of nostalgia.
no.
Mm-mm.
I think I paid 95 for mine when he first came out.
Talk
Yeah, that's
about
what I'm talking about. We need to get back to them prices there.
Yeah, man, 'cause that's ridiculous, man.
What about Sandstorm? What y'all
Yeah.
think about that?
Man, we need a new Sandstorm. Bad.
I think he's too hard to. I think people want too much from him. I think if people make him, it's going to end up like the Unique Toys version, where we get an original mode for one of the modes, whether it's the Jeep mode or it's the airplane mode, but or the dune buggy mode or the helicopter mode, because I don't see someone being able to make an accurate MP version of him like that. That's because he also wasn't a tall bot either. And
Right.
so you're gonna have to make him taller in order to get all those modes in there. Because I don't care how much plate shifting, as they call it in the comic book, you got to do. Like we asking a lot. Like, do we need another one? Yes, but when we get one that's tuned accurate, I feel like, man, we like that's gonna be the Lord's work if somebody can pull that off.
All right, so let me ask you this question. So I think it was the McFans Toys version I seen, with the exception that I think they had him with a mask on. I actually thought he was a really good representation of Sandstorm.
Yeah, I got him.
I get that's Unique Toys, but yeah, I got him.
Not
No,
unique.
no, no. I'm saying
Yeah, you talking about the legend scale
legend
suit.
scale.
Oh yeah, the Mech Fan Toys.
McFans Toys, yeah.
Yeah, McFans Toys.
Now they only got an upscaled out one. They upscaled out one.
Yeah,
That'd be all right if they upscaled out one. I agree with you on that.
they're tied to I forget what company they're tied. They're tied to one of these companies that makes figures. I forget who though. But McFan Toys is tied in officially to somebody.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's Dr. Wu. They're tied. They're
Really?
Yeah,
think
they're
they are,
officially
yeah.
Dr.
That's
Wu.
interesting and odd at the same time.
Yeah, I was about to say. That's
'Cause Dr. Ru, I don't even know why they even consider that as lead. He's more like micro and mini.
Yeah, he's small, yeah, real small.
Okay, that's a unique combination. I'm not against it, but it's unique. Okay, let's try another dude out here. What y'all think about this dude here, man? Do we need another one, or can we say that Unique Toys is good and that KFC just absolutely knocked them out of the park?
Man, KFC Octane is trash.
I think it's just the feet, man.
Ah man.
It's just them diving boys, man.
Yeah, he got them diving boys, but man, it's time for up. Man, he got to be updated quick, man. With Star Toys, Blitzwing, Fans Toys, Blitzwing, Fans Toys, Astral Train. He just out of place right now, man.
Man, look at Ant. Look at that.
It look, yeah, man, he trash. I got him too. He trash.
Manu, save him, Manu. I already see what Ant stand. Ant, please with him. Save him, man. What you think, Manu?
I mean, hey, I think he's another one of those characters that I'm not gonna say he's super obscure. People remember him from the third season, but he needs a more fitting bot to be made of himself, so that way he doesn't look like he's. I mean, with a turbo changer, yeah, you might give up a mode if the wrong company makes it. His feet need to be better. He needs to be more accurate. I mean, I probably wouldn't be mad if they made him a little bit bigger than he should be, because he's a tanker and he's a Strato Fortress.
Yeah, I agree.
But you know how some people are going to be. He's got to be the exact size he was here and there.
Yeah.
I don't have either one of the releases. I don't have the Unique Toys. What's the other one? Is it KFC?
Yeah, KFC.
But I just think that he needs a new. They should make him a new mode.
Right. I agree with that.
I agree with that, man. I want to see him updated, but if they didn't update him 100% completely, the one thing that I would love to see them update is them Chuck Taylors they got on wearing. Take,
Man, they really need to update
take
the
them
whole.
Chucks off of them.
They need to
Hey.
update the whole figure, man.
The whole big deal.
Yes, the whole figure. Looking at it now, man, his aesthetics do not match with the current masterpiece scale, man. And I got him. He's a good stand-in right now. He's just gonna be a good stand-in until
Which one do you have?
I got the KFC.
Okay.
Now, there's something to be said about saying that he doesn't match the current masterpiece offerings aesthetically, because that's always a moving target. Seems like to be.
That's true. That's true. You know what? I'm gonna take that back. You're right about that. You're right.
I think we need another one just because I mean this guy is at least 5 years. I mean at least 5 years old because he came out around the same time as the KFC horror cons, right? Like when they did Eight Face, and uh,
and
I think
Snapdragon.
so. Do we need another one? Yes, because that was the last release. I'm not a fan of the unique toys one, because the trucker mode, like the tanker mode, like the cab is attached to the tanker, so it doesn't move. The KFC has issues because it's just, I'm gonna say it's early era KFC, where all their stuff is just kind of a wobbly mess. Um, so yeah, I would take a new one, but if this is if this is the only one we get for a while, like I'm not happy with it, but I can live with it because again, he's a character who has special meaning to me because the last episode of Transformers I watched with my dad as a kid was the episode with him and Sandstorm. And that was the day that my parents told me that they were getting a divorce. So like him and Sandstorm have a, like, and that particular episode has a particular significance to me personally. So, outside, like if he's the only one I get, that's fine. But we all have our ties to certain figures or
Right.
episodes and things like that. But if you do for an update, yes, is he? Will we get him anytime soon? I doubt it.
All right. All right. Let's roll. Let's roll. All right. Next segment. Is it time? Is it time? There comes a point in time in each of our lives where we get a little older, or whether we're young, we just got to realize, hey, man, look, if you up in age, I can't do what I was doing when I was 13 years old. I can't do what I was doing when I was 25, 24. You got to realize when it's your time. So the question is it time for Fans Toys to hang up making combiners?
Ooh, that's gonna
Because
be.
they have yet to prove to us that they can give us a truly good and successful, fully functional combiner. But here's the two-piece part to that. Is it time for them to give up? Or, because they gave us Minosaur, Superion, I would still choose Superion over Minosaur. But should we wait until Devastator come out, and maybe he may be the one that actually restores their honor in combiner? Is it time for Fans Toys to hang up making combiners?
Let me.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, who me? Me? You
Come
got
on,
me?
come on. All right, go ahead, Ant, go ahead.
I was gonna say let me lead off with this one because I may have to slide out here in a few. I'm willing to give them a pass on both their Superion and their Minosaur because we all know the story behind that, with the way it was originally engineered, and the guy who engineered it left, so they had to figure it out and put out some other figures, and like they had to re-engineer it just to make it work. So we don't know if what we ended up with is what we were really going to get. And so even though I have my issues with the first three aerial bots, particularly Skydive, and all of the Stunticons that were released, I think all those were fine. But when we get to Skydive wasn't a hit for me. And so I look at it and I'm like, well, I don't know if I want to hold you accountable because you were piecing together a project that you got abandoned in the middle of it. So that's just my thoughts on it. But, again, if you guys want to say, hey, you still responsible for putting it out and making it something that's worthwhile, if you're going to complete it, then, I can go both ways. But me, if we say we're going to give them a pass because the project, the original engineer left to go do something else, I can't be mad at him.
What you think, Manu?
I was gonna let Gib go first.
Okay, go ahead, Gil. Go ahead. Talk about it, Gil.
Depending on how this Devastator do, you know what I'm saying. If it does well, then then I would say they can hang around the Devastator and the Computron, depending on how they do, right? So so far, the Devastator mode is looking promising to me. It's looking more solid to me. So maybe they will be more successful with it in combined mode. So I think they can pull it off and make a comeback with that. But the Computron, we'll have to wait and see on that with Bingo Toys on the horizon. So if they can at least make a comeback for those two, then I would say they can remain in the combined game.
All right, Manu, what you think about it?
See, I'm in two minds about this. So I never intend to combine my aerial bots or my Stunticons because I don't want to go through the hassle.
Right.
But I like the way they look as bots. I like the way they look in alt mode, and I like the way they look combined. My issue was, you gave us expensive figures, but you left off some of the articulation. However, if the articulation was going to compromise the combination, then I understand why you left it off. And so, looking at their Constructicons, okay, we all have problems with the way they might look. However, I can always, mitigate that. It seems like they were designed to combine. That was the raison d'etre that they're around, is to combine. So they started with the combine mode and said, okay, now we got to make these bots look like the cartoon. So I jumped into the Fan Toys line because I had the X-Trans box because I like the bot modes, because their combine mode looked like it was going to be worth every penny. But some of the functionality of the combiners is kind of like, are they going to be able to pull this off? They got an extra bot they had to make it, so they should be able to sit here and fix the body. I like what they've done as far as making Scrapper the leg, even though he has a lot of back give, a lot of extra, that extra stand in the back, but as a leg that fits fine, because his first purpose is to be a leg and not a bot or the whatever vehicle he is. And the same thing with Scavenger. He's an arm first and everything else second. I know some people that disagree, because they'll say at the price of them, the bot should be good, the alt mode should be good, and the arm should be good. But I'm telling you, their first thought is, we want to combine it better. So they've taken a whole different direction than they did with their first two combiners. So we'll see after this Devastator. We'll see.
Exactly.
All right, so this
Can I-
is my
can I-
spiel. Come on, Ant.
I feel like we shooting them bail, right? Like if we gonna talk about if we talking about them making a combiner that's actually fully functional, like the figures and the combiner, then I think we need to go ahead and call it a wrap, because they've showed us with 3 combiners that they can't make fully articulated figures. They make a combiner, meanwhile everybody else can. So if we're
Right.
gonna say that if we're talking about the standard is the entire figure, then you got you washed. Matter of fact, you weren't even washed. Like you just need to go ahead, you 100% out the game. Like if we keeping it a buck, like with that part. So for me, if we talking about them making a fully functional figure with all the trimmings and the things they supposed to do, get them up out the paint. Like they shouldn't even you an undrafted free agent to me. So that's what I got to say about that. If we just talking about them making a combiner, like their combiner itself wasn't what it was supposed to be. But if we talking about shooting them bail on these figures, because Devastator is 100% there, and they showed us that they can't make their own combiner from start to finish with the figures doing everything else that like XTB can do,
Right.
and everybody else can do. Yeah, man, we got to run you up out the thing.
All right, and this is where I'm going to stand on it, and I'm going to try to address all of it, and I'm going to get my main man, old Dynamic, that just entered into the building. So this is where I'm standing on it.
So
I'm kind of waiting to see what Devastator comes out to be, because I'm kind of, from an engineering standpoint, I'm looking at the Devastator, and I could be 100% wrong, because I got to have long haul in hand before I can actually make a sound judgment call on what this Devastator is going to look like. He's going to tell me everything from an engineering standpoint if Devastator is going to make it or not. Because I got an arm, I got a leg, I need the main body. And that's going to tell me everything. But again, to the point that Anthony made, I'm with him on that. I'm not giving them a pass when you have other companies that gave us a full individual robot fully articulated and then gave me a combined robot fully articulated. So it goes back to, if you're going to cut corners or sacrifice certain things, I do understand that sacrifice that price too.
Right.
I'm going to also go on a limb from an engineering standpoint, because I know what goes into play. I don't care who left the company. That was 6 years where, when you go into the original design program, you're supposed to issue out 3 prototypes. If you're going to use either 3 prototypes from one person, or you're going to use 3 prototypes from 3 different people, and whoever you select, all 3 engineers come together and work on the final prototype. There ain't no such thing as a one guy left and he's the one all be all. That is piss poor management on Fans Toys and any other toy line that does that. I don't give them a pass on that. I don't. I don't give them that pass. Because when you're talking about something that's going to make you money, and Jonathan, me and you talked about this last night, the worst thing you can do is foobar your product while it's being made. All your foobars go into your prototypes, not your product. So I don't give them a pass on that. I'm not giving them a pass. And if that is the case and you want a pass on that price. Drop it down $150. And then come back 2 years later, reissue with what you wanted us to have.
All right.
I'm off my soapbox. J-Dub.
Hey, what's going on, gentlemen?
What's going on? What's up?
Not much. Work was crazy. Anyway, let me chime in on this Devastator situation. Now, we had a couple of issues, even though I'm not giving them a pass for this. We had COVID in the way. They had to move offices a couple of times. And we also know that some engineers left, right? That's their biggest thing, well, at least with the Fan Toys boys, that's what they're always going to say on why there's some hiccups with their Devastator. With their previous two releases. So if that is the case, then there should be more pressure on this Devastator to deliver because there's nothing in the way of them delivering greatness. However, with some people, they're not feeling the bot mode or the alt mode. So that's already 2 strikes against it. So this thing has to knock it out the park. One thing I will give them, we may get this thing in 2 years, which is pretty quick for any other combiners that they have done. And so this is where we're going to see the test of time where Fan Toys either they're going to deliver or they're going to fail. But this is a make or break year for them. And it won't even matter what the Computron does, in my opinion, if this Devastator fails.
I think the Devastator's already a failure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think the Devastator's already a failure.
I don't think so.
It's down 2 points. I will say it's down in the card.
If your alt modes aren't good, right? Your alt modes aren't good. You got a high price, and you don't have any articulation. Like, to me, it's embarrassing that Wright came out and then XTB dropped their version of it, and they got him sitting, what do they call it, indigenous people style, and yours can't even bend at the waist. Let's keep it a buck. Like, people is out here having this dude turn all kind of cartwheels, like people did with that DS, with the DS Blaster, and he's posing and juking and jiving and doing everything else. And the only thing we can get out of this is an A-frame stance. Like, to me, that's a failure. Like, yo,
but you gotta think about it though. Most people are getting the Fans Toys Devastator set because of the combined mode, not because of separate bot modes either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm collecting for the combined mode. That's it. Separate bot modes.
Even if you can, I apologize for cutting you off, but we still shooting a bell on that because you doing it for that, right? Not everybody's gonna have more than one. So if this is your only one, and you like, I'm going with Fans Toys, and you wanted to do all the stuff, it don't do all the stuff. Like, a Transformer is a Transformer, right? Like, if we would have got Transformers as a kid, and they was like, hey, we giving you these robots as kids, and they only combine. Will we still been in on them? No, we would have wanted our Transformer to do all the Transformer stuff.
Well, so what would you like for these bots to be able to do?
As far as like articulation, like
define your articulation when you're talking about construction bots. They're big and bulky. They're not designed.
Man, you shooting them bail like you being a Fans Toys. You being a fans boy. You shooting them bail like.
What are you talking about? I'm just asking.
They can't do that. Like, they haven't.
Okay. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do it from a realistic perspective, right? And I'm looking at both sides of the coin. And again, I got to revert back to an engineering standpoint. Let's take it to real life. When you go out there and you see most of your construction vehicles and cranes, they darn near got better articulation than the toys that we got, and they're big and bulky. For you to not see a crane spin 360 degrees or 180 degrees and back with ease, that makes it it looks asinine to you because you're so used to seeing that big heavy piece of equipment do that, and then some of those suckers get out there and turn on a dime. So if you're going to base it, I'm basing it off of a realistic standpoint. And then again, we talked about articulation. Articulation is going to be a different variation from everybody. Like me, I love fully articulated bots. I don't care if you're combining or not. I want articulation. Give me that articulation. And to Ant's point, if I'm going to pay you that amount of money just to go get a statue, I might as well just go buy a statue for that price. So, and again, and I always say this, and it's just the way my mind works. If you're going to cut corners on certain things, then your price should match the corner that you cut.
I get that, but to go back on what Dynamic said though, man, they are big, bulky construction vehicles. So really, you're not gonna have them in dynamic poses, especially in devastator mode. I'm not gonna have him in a pose that he could possibly tip over. I just need something simple, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gotta be super dynamic, just something simple, man. So it's with the poses, man, like just give me a little something. Like that's the purpose of me buying the Devastator combined mode fans toy. I can use my dynamic poses for the H Trans bots. That's the reason for me buying two separate sets. Now, I know most people ain't gonna go that route, but that's the way I'm going.
So let me say this, and then I gotta run and go pick up my son. Like I get what you're saying, right? Like with the Devastator itself, I don't need Devastator to do a whole bunch, right? Like I don't want my combiners because we didn't see the combiners running and doing all that other silly stuff, right? Like I don't expect that from a combiner. But from the individual bots, if we see, and this is one of the things that makes Magic Square pop, and that we keep talking about, hey, is Magic Square stepping up to the plate to Fans Toys in terms of the number one spot, is we see with their Combaticons, and we still haven't seen a combined mode, but we're just seeing with their bots that they do all of the crazy articulation, and we about to get a combiner. And so to me, if we see that all the other people who are putting these out, whether you talk about MMC and what they're doing with the all built in, even though it doesn't scale, their stuff still has some articulation and it combines. Everyone else in the combiner game gives you a lot more articulation and their stuff combines. And so to me, with FT, if you're charging 60% more or 40 to 60% more than the competition, then you should be able to give me all the same things the competition gives and all the premium stuff that we come to expect from Fans Toys in terms of build quality, paint applications, and things like that. Just in terms of the individual robot. And I'll follow on YouTube, but I gotta go pick up my son.
All right, yeah, man, go ahead, finish building Dynamic.
There's nothing else to say. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, like for me, like A-Stance is what I see from them. Now, it's unfair to compare them to the Combaticons specifically if you're looking at Magic Square because we don't know what the Combaticons would look like for Fan Toys. Now, they would probably require more articulation because they're war bots. I would see them gearing for wars in poses where they're hiding behind walls or getting ready to shoot. That would make sense to me. But like I said, the Devastator Constructicons, those are bar bots. They ain't meant to do that. Shit, I'm 6'5", 300 pounds. I don't got no articulation. Shit. So I don't expect things to do at that size to be able to do, crazy pose because that ain't how they get down. They roll up their sleeves, bare knuckle fight bots. That's what they do. Right. So you'll see that massive intimidation when you get them all together. That works for me.
Yeah, I agree.
And we out there taking into consideration that these bots also for their alt modes were not designed for humans since they wasn't for humans. And it seems like they already had these modes on Cybertron. Right. So why even need a driver?
Good point.
Yeah.
So, in essence, to sum it up in a nutshell, are we saying that potentially there's a high probability or maybe a mid probability that Devastator may save Fans Toys combiner game?
I say yes. I say
Okay.
yes, and I think it will.
I'm gonna say my opinion on it. Just looking at the all in one, in comparing the apples to oranges, I think the all in one combinable. Now y'all know this is gonna be the takeaway. When you go all in one and you want him to scale with everybody else, you know them bots gonna be big, right?
Hmm.
Of course,
Ain't
they're
no
gonna be
way,
big. I
ain't no
mean,
way around it.
they're gonna be a little bit bigger because if they got to make it bigger to make the combiner scale right.
Right.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
Right.
lose. You're gonna lose it one way or another.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that's one of the statements that why Fantor's bots are so big is
Right.
because they are the whole frame of the robot. I mean, when you
hmm
look at X-Trans bots, you need the actual combiner parts.
Exactly.
I know
right,
MMC's bots are pretty big from what I see,
Right.
but as they are combined, they're not going to be that big.
Right.
yeah. And then again, like, and this is why I'm saying I think that Devastator is gonna probably be the best because it's an all in one. And then when you have something that's an all in one, in engineering fields, when you're looking at any kind of process and you're looking at a particular flow, flow is always going to take the path of least resistance. When you start dealing with combiner parts, not that it's always a bad deal, but you have more issues with stabilizations than you do something that's an all-in-one because you reduce the path of resistance or you increase the path of resistance that breakage or any breakage points will have by doing it all in one versus saying, okay, well, I got to use combiner parts, so I got to connect here in one spot, I got to connect here in another spot, and I got to connect here in another spot. That's 3 points of breakage you got versus an all-in-one when you only got one.
Hmm.
Right.
So this is why I'm thinking that the Devastator is probably going to be their best bet, or should I say, the all-in-one with combiners. If they can make that happen, is going to be their best deal with combiners.
Well, I agree with you on that because what it seems like, that's what I'm saying. The design philosophy was very different. And here I go with me saying homogeneous and heterogeneous again. But when you look at their first two combiners, even though they use the same materials, they designed the bots one on one, which would make it heterogeneous, like you're saying. So you have more resistance. With this, I guarantee you, they started with with Devastator, and they said, okay, how are we going to make these bots? And so they went backwards in the process from what they did from the Aerial bots and what they did from the Stunticons.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on. We're gonna say when Devastator comes around, that's gonna be the tell-all. I think for me, once Long Haul gets released, that's gonna be the tell-all for me. Because that you already got half the figure right there when you got Long Haul, the arm, and a leg already.
So let me ask the question right here
Is
when
it
you
all
said
in
that.
one though?
So
Oh,
what?
go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm
Oh,
sorry, man. Go ahead.
so you've handled X-Transbots long haul, right?
Yes.
How do you feel about that one?
Again, I think is good. I don't think it's going to be as bad as people is making them to be because you don't have the whole bot. Again, I think their combined pieces could have been a little bit more a little better because I'm all for if I had to make my choice in a combiner, I would say I want an all in one because
Right.
I want as the least amount of break points that I can possibly get in the combiner. And that doesn't mean that an all in one will always fit the bill either. But if I had to base it off of a good all in one robot right now that's hands down and underrated, I got to go Moon Studio Raiden.
For sure.
Mm.
For sure.
He's an all in one, and that song gun snaps together pretty good.
Yep. I agree.
Maybe they should have took on the project of Devastator because those are kind of the same kind of bots. When you're looking at that type of build, maybe they would be able to do something that Fantoys and other companies may not be able to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's six robots, just like the
Perhaps.
six Decepticons. So yeah.
Yeah, and my only complaint that I got against Moon Studio are the 2 feet with all the little small panels. I think that could have been there to tucked away a little better. but outside of the little panels on the feet of the train, man, he's I done dropped that dude like 6 times,
Yeah, he pretty sturdy.
and he ain't went nowhere.
Yeah.
Hey, he may have been bent up like a crash dummy. Once I picked him back up, he got right back into play.
Yeah. And
So-
then he's very affordable too.
Not by TS Source.
Wow, TL Source had him on sale for $600 one time though. That's affordable to me.
God.
I mean, yeah, if you can get him for that, but I think
Yeah.
he's pushing 8 damn near on TF Source.
Golly, man.
But think about it, he's still the cheapest out of all the combiners though.
That's
Well,
true.
that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
He's still the cheapest.
All right. What if?
Oh,
No. What if? Let's do some what ifs. What if Zeta Toys took on all combiners and went into production for all combiners, since they have a proven track record that they can make a functional articulative combiner? And on that topic, what makes sense to be their next combiner? Let's do it like this here. Not only have they proven that they can make combiners, but they have also proven that they can make big robots too, such as your Unicrons, and now they're about to do broadside. So they can make us a 18, 22-inch robot, and he looks good. He can articulate himself, and he's pretty sturdy and things of that nature. They have proven that. What if Zeta Toys took on all the combiners and all the big bots like your Jetfires, your broadsides, and all them guys? What if?
I know Gib gonna hate me for saying this, but I think Defensor would be my choice for Zeta, because we already have the Combaticons. Might as well give them their arch nemesis.
Manu, what you think? Well, go ahead, Gib. Come on, talk about it.
I'm gonna say no on that Zeta Force combiners, man. I'm gonna have to say no on that. They'll be a bit stylized, man. I mean, just a bit. Then
But-
they are separate bot modes on Lookworth. You know, you already know what time it is with that.
But hang on, Gib. But they only focusing on the combined mode.
But you know what? Some people might want them to focus on all 3 modes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You might
Well,
want to spare them in separate bot modes or whatever.
Let's sweeten the pot then.
Uh-oh.
Let's take Zeta out of the picture, and let's go Studio Cell, the upgraded version. Studio Cell gonna give you a better bot, and they're probably gonna give you a more dynamic combiner.
I would be down with that.
I probably
take
would wait.
Zeta
I probably would wait till after Cyberverse. I would like to see what they do with them Dinobots first.
Oh, Studio Cell is making them in, aren't
They
they?
are making.
Yeah.
They are making. I forgot about that.
Well, how about this? How about this? Because I'm in on their Devastator, I'm gonna combine them and show y'all their Devastator.
That's a new toy wheel, right?
No, this is Studio Cell.
Oh,
It looks
Yeah,
good.
they got they got the big burly Constructicons.
Yeah.
I gotta
So,
see.
yeah,
I
what-
haven't even seen them
Is
yet.
it Gamer Edition?
They look gamer edition, but when I read it said this is more. I guess they're gamer Cybertronian look.
Interesting. They look good though. The leg mode looks really good.
Yeah, and he's gonna be 22 inches tall.
How many deficits you got? Or getting?
Manu, we
Just
don't
the
talk
one.
about that
It's
Devastators.
okay.
I'm getting.
He might get about 5. He might get about 5 of them.
I think I got all of them, but the Hasbro.
The Hasbro calling you.
And you gonna
Nah,
fold
yeah.
on that.
Nah,
I got that
nah,
launch
come on.
waiting for you.
Nah.
I got that launch waiting for you, man.
I don't
I
even-
got him.
look, I
Got
don't
him
even-
breakdancing
I don't
right up
even
here.
Yeah.
I don't even have a place for him in my life right now.
But you can make a place.
I
Nah,
seen you
no,
one, man.
I can't.
I seen you one.
Man, I tell you, if you send it to me, I'll take him. But I'm not spending my money on it.
Get him a box set.
Yeah.
I knew. Well, like I said, if somebody give it to me, I take them. But right now, I wouldn't go and spend my money on them. I just couldn't do it. So Studio Cell, we're gonna take Zeta out because we know Zeta is a little bit dated. and they were the forerunners for combiners, and now Studio Cell is the better version of Zeta. So, what if they gave us Superior and Bruticus? What if the next combiner that Studio Cell said, well, you know what? We already about to give y'all a more up-to-date and stylized version or a gamer version of Devastator. Why not just go ahead and give y'all Predaking? And I got my reasons why I say Predaking should be next.
I don't know if that's the right company for them right now. I don't see them wanting to do that. I guess it all, once again, goes back to the Dinobots and how they, deal with their animal bots. If they pull that off, then I'd probably be more of a believer. But I don't know. I don't see them. I would rather them take on Overlord because it seems like they're into doing one-piece giant bots.
I don't know.
Overlord ain't One Piece.
Think about it.
Kind of. You know what I mean.
Okay, Dynamics. You remember Zeta had a prototype of that Predaking some years back. Remember that?
I was still in mainline, so I probably didn't even catch it.
Oh, okay. But they had a prototype right when they was about to release that Unicron, before Hasbro put that cease and desist out on it. They had a prototype of Predaking, but they never released it.
Hey, they could go back to it. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it, but I don't know if it'd be the right time for them to do it. I got to see more.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. It ain't the right time now. No.
Monty, what you think?
I don't know. I'm rolling with Dynamics on this one. I don't know if that's the right bot for them. But I'm willing to give him a chance. I mean, I didn't think Heath Ledger would make a good Joker, but he did.
That's a hell of a point.
Yeah.
All right, this is why I would say that I'm not opposed to them doing Predaking, because when I look at Predaking, I'm not looking at Unicron, but I am looking at Unicron aesthetically. Does not Unicron fit the aesthetics of a Predaking? The Unicron that they just made, that they dropped out.
I'm looking at mine, and I see where you're going with it. The kind of the boxy frame on the limbs.
The body frame, the limbs, the wings that come out, the ruggedness. I can see them doing a Predaking.
Okay, that's good right there. Okay, my percentage went up on that.
Now, would I say having them come right behind Bruticus or Superior? I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I can actually see them doing it just based off of the way they did Unicron. And not only based off of the way they did Unicron, but the new Constructicons that they got coming out, I can wholeheartedly see them pulling it off.
Well, obviously they're doing something, because it seems like the ingenuity is picking up over there, even though I'm not saying they were bad before, but it looks like they're hitting another level right now. And if that
Devastator was Ozana.
and
I was joking around with it.
And if they don't pace with this Devastator the way it's looking right now, you might have to enter their name into the ring. They might jump in their top 3, possible.
Okay, let me ask you this question then.
Yeah.
Because Epic Stride say anime Predaking. Would you want a G1 Predaking or would you want an anime Predaking?
As far as like anime look, Call of the Primitives is by far as I'm willing to go with that.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, go G1.
Oh yes, I agree with
What,
that.
no Studio Arcs?
Nah.
I agree with that. That Call of the Primitives Predaking. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's more anime side.
Yeah.
All right. What if Zeta gave us an Abominus? Or Studio Cell gave us an Abominus?
I think this would be more right up their alley. I think they would do a phenomenal job on this one. To be honest with you, this is probably what you'll get, what we're looking at.
Yeah, you would probably get that.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
A little bit stylized, true to the character, sleeker build, smoother between the combined parts. I think you got something here. Actually, this is a phenomenal job, Anthony, if you did this.
I did do this.
Hey, look, there's several steps up away from those Sharkticons.
You ain't lying.
Hey, man, you just don't know what kind of fight I had trying to get that dude the dude to actually make me some good Sharktacons. I had a hard time with doing Wheeljack.
His Shaktakans had all types of health problems. We were the only ones that couldn't breathe underwater.
Yeah, those things was pretty horrible, Chris, man. It was bad.
We need to shoot
Hey
those.
man, look, hey, I couldn't do. I was like, man, it's just gonna have to be a laughing joke that night.
Yeah, they were horrible, dog.
That was funny though.
What y'all think about Computron?
Well, I think based off the reaction we got when Fan Toys announced theirs, I think people were not too excited about it because of Bingo Toys already doing their thing. So I
Right.
don't see us doing another one right now. The wars between Fan Toys and Bingo Toys, a war nobody asked for.
Right.
So I don't see,
That's true.
you know, be the perfect time. Other than Craftsman Toys, if you want to do another Legend scale, you probably can get away with that. However, I wouldn't even enter the ring right now. Not until another Predaking comes on the market, then I would go back to Computron.
Yep,
I agree with that.
I agree.
Okay, so is it safe to say that if Studio Cell got into it, give us a Computron first and then circle back to a Computron? I'm sorry, give us a Predaking first or an Abominus first. Which one would you prefer, a Predaking or Abominus?
Oh man,
Um,
good. We need both.
Yeah,
I guess it's apples and oranges. I guess both of them would still be okay. So I don't think there's a wrong answer there. But you know, people right now, and I think most of the community, they want a viable Predaking right now. So I think
I agree.
that's probably priority number one, and that goes for all companies.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll say Predaking first, maybe Abominus next, and then potentially Computron.
Well, but Gibbs been a big advocate for that. Give us something we don't already have, and he said that on multiple podcasts. I've heard him say it, and he's right. So
No, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
so give something we don't already have. So you might as well say the Piranhacons or something like that. Then.
something.
Oh yeah.
Leo
Nah.
Kaiser.
Nah.
I don't have a dog in this fight.
Yeah.
And
You better off
Leo
asking
Kaiser.
Manu on this one,
Yeah.
What? Why you got to ask me?
because you are a Japanese interpreter when it comes to these trends.
I think
We need a Leo
that.
Kaiser.
So what now?
We need a true MP scale Leo Kaiser, but not
I
that,
agree.
that junk that Hasbro just gave us.
Yeah, but like Manu was saying that most people don't follow the G1 after the movie. So
Yeah.
they don't know who this guy is.
Look, you said that. You might as well sit here and say get Road Caesar and God, I can't remember the names.
Diatlas.
Well, you can get Diatlas. I mean, remember, and you know, at this point in time, you had the not Headmaster, but Victory. You know, the 3 cars, Blacker. I can't remember the names now. There's 3 of them. They combine. You know, they make Road Caesar, and then you know,
Yeah, they made
and
Rose.
Land
I know you're
Cross.
talking about. Yeah.
His name is Road Caesar for real.
Yeah, it's Road
that's
Caesar.
Road
I thought you was joking.
No, it's
No,
Rose.
it's Rose.
Yeah, it's for real.
That sounds like somebody Shaft was chasing.
Nah, that's his name, Road Caesar. That's his real name.
Wow.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, if we get a true MP Loudcauser that's done like the Iron Factory ones, I mean, those were beautiful little bots that were done so much better than how they would do than the HasLab looks. I'm not gonna knock the HasLab, so I'm gonna leave that alone. But I mean, they have one. What's his name? His name is Hades. Who forgot who made that Loudcauser way back when?
That
Which
was
one?
TFC, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it, TFC. But I mean,
Yeah,
a modern
TFC.
one, I think a lot of people would like the modern one because if you're collecting these things, you pretty much into it. So they'll know who it is and they'll be buying them. I mean, I think, especially if you throw Death Cobra and all the weapons in there and all the breast force. Sounds so damn stupid, breast force.
Hey, that's what it's called, though. That's what they call over there.
One of those military bras.
Ain't that what Death Sword is called? He's a breast.
He's a breast master.
Right? Yeah, breast
Yeah,
master.
Breast
Right.
Master, that's it.
Titty man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That'll get you 5 years going by that name.
All right. Piranhacon.
Yeah, they need that because I think you only have the G1 toys for Piranhacon from what I've seen.
I would love to see Studio Cell do this one. I think this would be fantastic. If they
Right.
can do one at a bigger scale and clean it up a little bit and make them look a little sleeker, I'd be in on this one.
I
Well,
would
he didn't
too.
look sleeker. I mean, he looked like he looked.
Yeah, he did look sloppy. 'Cause he
I'm
had a lot of
borderline.
things,
I'm
and I didn't
borderline
like
on
him.
him. I'm borderline on him, man.
I just don't like all the screaming I saw in the cartoon. Made me turn that shit off.
I'm just borderline on him. Only reason I probably would get him just to complete the what line is that? Is that the Master Force line?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Super
Super
God
God
Master Force
Master
line.
Force. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason I probably even get him, man.
Okay.
I like the concept of him. I think he's dope. They just need to clean up the anime portion of him. I didn't like the characters.
I didn't
I
like the
100%
G1.
agree.
I didn't like the G1 version of him. I didn't care for him.
Yeah, if they made him like this here, cleaned him up, because like I said, I had the TFC version, and the TFC version looks good, but he looks very, very disproportionate, especially with the tentacles and all that stuff going everywhere. Because he's made out of sea creatures, and I mean I get it, but I was like, man, but I can't give him this. The tentacles and all that stuff was made to come off to actually give him a cleaner look, but still he looked a lot bulky.
Right.
So I don't care how much cleaning up you did on him, he still looked junky.
Right.
All right. They gave us an Overlord. Would y'all replace Fans Hobby if Studio Cell gave us an Overlord?
I don't know. Fans hobby, that's a good one now. Go ahead. I ain't mean to cut y'all. Whoever said that.
That's true.
Yeah, that Star Saber right, boy.
Yeah, I agree. I can agree with that. And who's to say that they won't go in that field, because they already got, like you said, they already got Star Saber, they got Victory Leo coming. Ain't no telling who else they gonna have coming down that line.
That's right.
So I definitely get him if it came. Let's see. I think that was it. That is the end of the What Ifs by Studio Cell. If they was to go all in on combiners and big bots. I almost wanted to say the BBB again. Big bat bots. Yeah, that is it. Remove this from the screen. Where's old Ant-Man there? Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you guys for joining me. Viewers, I appreciate you guys for joining. Even though nobody wanted to come in here and stand on business, we're going to say big bot combiners. Well, you do got some big bot combiners out there too.
Oh, Mike Rahala in the house. What's up, Mike? How you doing, brother?
Yeah. Hey, he say his keep falling down. I guess he must be talking about that Piranha keep falling down. He is kind of, like I said, that kibble on him makes him so. If he talking about him, it makes him so unstable, very unstable. Like I said, he does look good to a certain facet, but he still looks a whole lot of sloppy too, with huge feet. Oh, he say Overlord. Well, Mike, you gotta put his spur out. You gotta put the Overlord spur out, man. You gotta look underneath that foot and flip that spur out, man. Mine don't never flip over.
Yeah, mine don't either.
Well, Overlord.
Yeah, Overlord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Overlord very stable.
I
When I
wonder how
put him
you
there and
scale
say don't
my,
move,
my
that?
MPG there.
well, I would say that the MMC version will probably look better because the Fans Hobby is kind of cartoonish. He looked good, but he's very cartoonish. And then the MMC version of the Cornerfax has a much more menacing look to him.
With that name, it should.
He has a much more menacing look to him. Yeah. But hey, y'all, thank y'all for joining. That's our time. We're going to go ahead and sign off until the next time we meet. Let's talk about it. Deuces.